Hello and welcome to another review from We're Not Wizards. My name is Richard. Today we're going to look at a game called Twin It. And Twin It is being provided to us by Coiledspring Games. And it's kind of like a pairs, it's a take on pairs. But it's an extraordinarily kind of fast and it's sometimes kind of tense kind of take on pairs. It's extremely easy to play. The idea of the game is you're going to get dealt a deck of these cards. I'm just going to show you them. Multiple colours, multiple designs. Very, very similar designs, very, very striking designs, all very kind of line based. It's just striking. It's absolutely wonderful. And the aim of the game is quite simple. As you're playing the game, you're going to flip a card over, but you're going to flip a card over kind of away from you before you put it down. Now, if at any point you see a card that matches a pair, then you get to put your hands down on both the cards and you get to claim it as your kind of own. And this all seems pretty pedestrian so far. It's kind of like a striking, lovely looking kind of game of pairs. But it becomes interesting because everything that you see on the table is you can make a pair with. So anything that you can see which is visible. And what that means is that your own pile is, if somebody sees a pair that matches to that, then you can do that. If there's a pile here that's already been made up as a pair, if you see another card which can make like a triple of that card, then it's open field day. Any of the cards on anybody else's piles, it's just... And because of the similarity of the kind of the pieces and the kind of the colours, and because there's an awful lot of difference in the design. But what they've decided to do is they've decided to make some of the designs extremely similar, with extremely similar kind of colour palettes. So you'll see a lot of cards which have got like this browny kind of teal design. You'll see a lot of cards which kind of a mixture between the kind of the blue and the orange. And they're kind of very strict on the actual colour palette. So I think at most the colours that you've got like... your teal, your orange, your yellow and your brown. There isn't many more colours than that. So the wonder of Twin It comes into not the general kind of argy-bargy that you would expect with like almost like an entry type of party game, because it is a little bit of a party game. It's the fact that after a while there's an all-encompassing silence which comes over the table as cards are kind of drawn. And the reason for that is because at the very beginning, it's fairly kind of, people will turn over cards and they'll find their matches. But when you get further and further into the game, and inevitable that out of the selection of cards that you have, and there's well over 100 cards here, is that you're not going to find pairs. People end up doing kind of double scanning and triple scanning all at the same time, and you're not just trying to scan kind of one set of cards, you're trying to effectively kind of scan the entire table, and sometimes things get missed, and there's all of a sudden a revelation in somebody's eyes as they realise that they've potentially spotted a pair that wasn't there before, and you'll see their hands slapping down and everybody kind of being, didn't realise I didn't spot that, I didn't realise that myself. And then even on the triple ones, it's the same thing, as people are reaching over to grab a pair that nobody realises. But between that and then when things back off, there's that burst of excitement as people as people find the pairs, and then they're back to it again, like over it, like some kind of hawk, kind of like scooping for kind of prey, looking for that small kind of rustle in the bushes that signifies that, yes, that another pair has been found. And once you get to 5 pairs, then that's kind of the game over. There's a couple of variations that you can play. When you're playing more players, you can team up with somebody, and then it gets like a kind of almost like a mind type of situation, because what will happen is you'll play in pairs, and then one of you will notice that the card that's just been played, has a pair out there, so you'll put your hand down. It's then up to your partner to scan as quickly as possible and realise where the other pair is, and it leads to this kind of mixture between kind of some kind of telepathy where it works really, really well, and people are just like going like that, and they're finding cards left, right and centre, to the point where somebody's going like that, and you see them kind of, well, and they're just looking at them blankly going, I can't see it. I just can't see it. And that's what makes Twin It kind of rather lovely and simple and rather special. It isn't the fact that it's taken a very, very kind of almost the basic of mechanics, It's what it does with the basic of mechanics, that it takes that and it turns it into something where, people are having to really, really concentrate, and at some points you're kind of, no. And then you get double bluffs where people are sometimes, oh, that's one. They're putting it on their pile and stuff like that. So, if you're looking for something that's like kind of quick, because obviously games can take a very, very short time. But if you really, really get into a game, it can take a while. It can be really, really good fun, but it can take a while. And sometimes you want people to take your time, but it looks striking. It's a lot of fun. Really seriously recommend if you're looking for something at the beginning of the night to get kind of people going and getting them in the mood, or even if you're looking at something a little bit kind of at the end of the night where it's just like one more kind of aperitif before you finish off, then definitely give it a consideration. So that's Twin It. It's brought to the UK from Coiledspring Games. My name's Richard. This is We're Not Wizards. If you like what you've seen, then maybe consider dropping us a subscription, or a like, or a comment. Until the next time, stay safe, roll sixes, make something awful, make something awful. Goodbye.